Recently, I had the opportunity to talk with the CEO at Esketit about the latest developments and future plans. So if you are thinking about joining Esketit or perhaps increasing your exposure and earning passive income, here is a quick summary of our discussion where we will reveal some of the insider information that you won't find anywhere else. Esketit is one of the most successful P2P lending platforms of 2022. The platform managed to attract a total of 18 million euro and currently has 26 million under management. The platform launched its automated strategies last year, providing fast liquidity during normal market conditions while offering a good balance between diversification and investment return. That sounds all great, but if you have been in the industry long enough, you know that evaluating the competency of the management team is key to better understanding the risks connected to your investment. So who is the CEO at Esketit in the first place?
My name is Vitalijs. Today I'm representing Esketit platform. We are a platform that was launched already almost 2 years ago. So in April 2020, that's also the moment when I joined platform. So already almost 2 years with this platform. Previously also spent some 6 years with Mintos, so that's my experience.
So Vitalijs has 8 years of experience in the industry, is also backed by Esketit's founders Matis Ansvešulis and Davis Barons, who have been in the lending business for 12 years now. During our discussion with Vitalijs, we also covered some of the latest events, such as the suspension of the bank where Esketit held clients' uninvested funds. Investors should be informed that opening a bank account as a P2P lending platform is not easy. There are a lot of small transactions that are not interesting from a business perspective for banks. When the cooperation between Esketit and the Baltic International Bank started, they could provide reasonable solutions for Esketit and fast executions of deposits and withdrawals. The rumors that Esketit started to notice were related to the fact that newly onboarded equity investors of the bank were not verified and approved by the regulator, which may have led to the suspension of their banking license. Esketit started moving most of the funds to their second business account to avoid an unexpected bank account freeze to protect investors' uninvested funds. Luckily, when the bank's cooperation was suspended, most of the funds were already transferred to Esketit's backup account and no investors suffered any losses.
So yeah, we as a platform also always aim to have at least 2 bank accounts for all payments. And that's why if we have 2 bank accounts for the payments, then we can also kind of spread the risk, I would say, into 2 parts. We keep part of funds there and part of funds there. So in this situation, we were not keeping half and half just because of those rumors. We were sending out more, but in normal situation, if everything would be fine, most probably we would be keeping 50-50.
Esketit is now looking to open another 1 or 2 accounts to increase the diversification of the accounts where investors' uninvested funds are being held. We also discussed the current economic situation in Europe and its impact on the quality of loans on Esketit.
I would say in our situation, it's almost all good for us and for our loan originators. We have seen very small, not that significant changes. So in green finance situation, they are now listing loans from 3 different countries on Esketit platform. Those countries being Poland, Czech Republic and Spain. So I would say we have seen lately very small impact because of the Christmas time. So payment discipline was a bit worse, but now it has normalized. But if we kind of think about it on a bit longer perspective and the perspective of recession happening now, so because of that we haven't seen any dramatic changes. There have been small changes, but all those changes, well, in such a sizes were definitely taken into account in the risk models. So that's why in total there is no effect from that. And in Jordan case also there are no significant changes. One maybe interesting thing to mention about what's happening in the country, like fuel prices rose a bit there, so people were not happy about that, and there were some protests about that. But then government compensated that for the people in the country, and then in total it kind of is not having any macro effect on countries, people and our borrowers.
On top of that, you should know that any gradual change in the economic environment in a dedicated market can be considered in the lender's credit score models. A recession is not happening overnight, which is why legitimate lending companies update their credit score models to ensure the quality of the loan book. Additionally, most of the loans on Esketit are short-term loans, which means that the lender checks the credit scores of repeat borrowers more frequently. Regarding new features for this year, Vitalijs teased that new investment products might be available on the platform soon. Those could be bond and mortgage-related products.
New lenders, also that direction we are thinking about, because also our founders, they are in process of launching new countries and new loan originators. Fortunately, can't for now say anything more than this, but yeah, that should also come from them in some months, so that's one thing. And we are also kind of thinking about new lenders that are not connected with us, but we don't want also to simply connect some lender, but we want to also provide some additional benefits with that, and by that I mean some, I don't know, more special structure or more interesting loans to offer that are maybe not offered elsewhere.
Vitalijs also ensured that the supply of loans would increase, so investors could keep earning interest on their investments. One point to mention here is that if Esketit decides to onboard new lenders, you must conduct additional due diligence into those companies. Many multi-lender platforms have struggled with this setup recently, and personally I know that platforms that are closer to the lending side of the business tend to perform better as marketplaces. So this is something that you should pay attention to. In terms of new functionalities on the platform, Vitalijs teased that there might be some visual changes in the near future, but a mobile app is not in the pipeline for the time being. Additional language variations for investors might also be added, but there is no specific pipeline for this as well. If you're hoping for updates on the loyalty program, you might be disappointed. No changes are planned to the current loyalty program that enables you to earn increased interest on your investments in Jordan loans if your portfolio exceeds 25,000 euros. At the end of the interview, I also asked Vitalijs about what he thinks are the benefits that Esketit is providing to investors.
Yeah, I think as we are now already there for almost those 2 years, and from what we have seen that investors have been enjoying during this time, especially last year, but we also mentioned that we have had quite a nice growth during that time. And my answer is just a simplicity, I would say our track record, which we are, I would say, very proud of. And by that I mean that our founders, they are in this business for more than 12, 13 years, and they have never lost any investors' funds. And then I think this is something that investors really value. And yeah, I think also that the third thing to mention is that we just take into consideration our investors' feedback, and we can still react to that quite fast. And if we see that many people doesn't like something, we really understand that those are right things that they are saying, we can just change something quite fast.
So as you can see, there isn't much required to be able to attract 80 million euro of funds in 1 year, as long as you protect investors' interest and offer a good product. Something that I would personally like to see from more than just a handful of platforms. If you enjoyed this short summary of our interview, hit the like button. If you want to see the entire discussion, it's available for our members at buymeacoffee.com/P2P Empire. To learn more about Esketit, head over to our Esketit review on P2P Empire or visit our newsfeed to inform yourself about the latest developments on the platform. If you think that Esketit is a good fit for you, you can also use the link in the description below to get a 1% cashback bonus. In exchange, we receive a small commission that helps us produce high-quality videos like this one and develop our website further, which you can use for free. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.